The story begins with me stumbling across two unicorns outside Sterling, at only 10,000 meters, which is already an achievement in itself, but little did I know this lucky encounter would become the start of a long-winded journey to unlimited wealth. Once I got to 70,000 meters, I decided to do the UFO Easter egg, as I had all the required items. I slaughtered one of the unicorns without knowing it had to be tamed, so it resulted in failure. I tried taming the other unicorn, but it refused, so in a fit of rage, I shot it dead. I went to go test it out one last time just to be safe, but then I unintentionally activated the mask, which resulted in a third unicorn. I tried to equip a saddle on it, but it didn't work, so it shared the same fate as the other unicorns. I went back to the train and mangled all the corpses together. Then I shoved the mask over the bodies to test if the glitch still worked, and it sure did. As expected, taming it wasn't going to work, so I had the urge to experiment on these feeble yet valuable creatures. I lined them all up for trial for new life. It worked. I knew in that moment I became a god, being able to create life out of the blue. So as any sane individual would do, I kept going. I spent 10 straight minutes farming off of the deceased helpless unicorns. Greed and power hurtled over my mind while committing these atrocities. I was unstoppable. I came to my senses and decided enough was enough. It was time to sell these bad boys and make bank. Despite it being werewolf night, that didn't stop me. I was just a passenger of greed and obeying its every command. One unicorn glitched out of the trading post and thought it could escape my wrath, but it was wrong. Of course. It decided to bug out again, so I decided that I would subject it to more cloning experiments. I spent a little less time than I did previously farming the unicorns. I even started to run out of ammo, so I had to go purchase more. I had to step back a bunch to sell that bugged one. He will no longer feel the agony and despair he had to go through to get to his sweet yet bitter demise. I then began selling all of my legit loot I earned from the journey it took to get here. Profits reached to a mind-boggling 10,000. $10,000 was a good number to end things on. So, as a finale, I dropped all my money in the armored train to see what $10,000 looks like in the form of several $10 money bags. The train would barely move with all of the money, so I had no way of getting to the end. I concluded that I had to spend a fraction of the money on heaps of snake oil to bolt to the end and lower the bridge. I part my ways with the train that assisted me on this unsuspected, unbelievable, and lengthy journey. I dashed 10,000 meters to the end, filled with determination to lower the bridge and finally win.